Are you stressed out? Is work just too much? You had a tough year, didn't you? It's okay. We're here. We're here to help. The Hardy Street Boys. Make sure you go to our anchor.fm website. Any donation helps. Please. We're so hungry. I haven't eaten in weeks. You can also check out our merch store at thehardystreetboys.com. It's a real website, and it's so relaxing when you go there. It's like this. Keep going, Jamie. Make sure you like and subscribe. Follow us on all our social media platforms, or really just Instagram because we're cool, and Facebook because we have to. And then that's pretty much it. We have such a fun show planned for you. It's St. Patty's Day. And so we know you're probably going to rage in the next 2 days, and we're going to bring you some calming energy before you just absolutely lose your shirt, drinking green drinks for no real reason. You're not even Irish, but it's fine. You ready, Jamie?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Hardy Street Boys, Hardy Street Boys, the Hardy Street Boys, the Hardy Street Boys, the Hardy Street Boys, Hardy Street Boys, Hardy Street Boys, it's the Hardy Street Boys.
Like and subscribe. All right. That was our intro.
That was out there.
That was out there, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I like to goof off with this thing a little bit.
Do you think people will subscribe now that we gave them like a relaxed intro?
Serenity. Not a like loud, like hey,
Yeah, that's what
high energy.
That's what we've been doing.
Yeah.
Well, I just get so excited. I'm so passionate about it.
I like to get loud and weird and
Please subscribe. Please visit our store, our website.
buy a coffee mug or two.
But man, this is our last week with I do love Darth Vader.
Yeah.
You know, are you a Star Wars guy?
I'm a Star Wars guy to some regard. I'm not the biggest Star Wars guy, but yes.
All right, well that's cool. This is our
George
last,
Lucas, amazing.
This is our last episode. Now that you're not into Star Wars, didn't know that, so the show's over.
Don't
just
get it
burn
twisted.
Just blow it all
Don't
up.
get it twisted.
Like, so I love the episode 3. I do like that prequel movie.
Yeah.
And a lot of people talk trash because you actually get to see
The evolution of
Well, Darth Vader's
Vader.
He's just this big bad guy this whole time, but then
Yeah.
you find out he really was just trying to protect his family.
Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
Oh, because his name's Anakin.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
Sorry.
But yeah, we don't condone force choking anyone, though. We are 100% on this show. We are 100% anti-force choking. Okay, so we don't want people to think that this is an endorsement.
I'm just
of
a big
choking
Ewan
someone with
McGregor
your
fan.
mind.
That's really, it was supposed to, whatever,
Don't try it, Anakin. I have the high ground.
That's right, the high ground.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Bro, he just cut him up and let him land in lava. So anyway, yeah, I like that we're adding to our knickknacks, and this is our last episode where we won't have our The Boys coffee mugs. So
Yeah.
that's from our merch store, which is really exciting that we have that now.
Yes, merch. It's coming.
You're not a real show until you have your own website,
That's right.
and it's thehardystreetboys.com. That's all. That's super easy to remember.
Yeah, you remember the song, right? The intro?
Yeah, it's something like the Hardy Street Boys, the Hardy Street Boys, something like that.
Yeah, very jazzy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like if jazz and opera had a baby.
Yeah.
That's our theme song.
I love it.
So that's good. So hey, what'd you get up to this past week?
Well,
It was your birthday.
I was going to say I celebrated the entire, all week.
How'd you celebrate?
Well, my work family got to take me out to lunch on Friday, which was, I had to work, but it was all right.
Mm-hmm.
They got some cake. I got some Sully's, went to Sully's.
Let them eat cake.
Yeah. Sully's was delightful. I had a tuna steak, wonderfully cooked,
rare. The only way to fly with tuna.
Well, you can trust them too. It's a true like steakhouse basically. So you can actually take that. It's risky at some places, not at Sully's.
Yeah, Sully's is money in the bank, man. Yeah. Everybody loves Sully's.
Yeah. So you went to the Keg. How was that?
Keg was wild. It was fun. Again, it's like you were there last week. I'm like sitting in the next week. I got to see Sean and Amy and people were buying me a couple drinks. It was nice and hung out with some great friends and it was a great time. Keg and barrel all the way. Sitting outside, enjoying the back deck there.
I hate I missed it, but I got to play a wedding in Jackson at the Fairview Inn with John Causey and Cody Ruth and this guy Bob. He's English.
Yeah.
Just call him English Bob, keyboard player. It was so much fun. So I hate that I missed your birthday, but it was fun getting to play for a group of people. Dude, seriously, okay, so this wedding, I guess the bride was an Ole Miss cheerleader. It's the best looking wedding party I've ever seen.
Wow.
It was kind of unnerving, actually.
Like, oh, look at all these models out here.
Yeah, it was like looking at a catalog.
Wow.
But it was real humans, so they had feelings, and it wasn't just pictures of people.
Funny you say that. We were talking about modeling, but you're kind of a model now, right?
Part-time model.
Yeah.
You can be a part-time model. Shout out to Fly the Conchords. We know they're not watching.
We got to style some clothing.
Okay, so yeah, that was awesome getting to do that for Go Young Fashions. I'd met Amir before, but it was cool to actually like talk to him for more than 5 seconds. And his dad Jerry had the store right on. That's Pine.
It's on Pine.
And yeah,
it's on the corner of Pine and I guess you'd say Mobile Street or Market Street.
That's right, Mobile Street. So yeah, so you text me. You're like, hey, I got a modeling opportunity for you. And like in my head, we talked last week about Operation Hollywood. Like I'm juicing now. I'm seeing Nathan Day at Versus. Like it's real. I already have my before picture. I'm ready for my after. So I'm like in my head, I'm like, dude, this is my break.
Yeah.
Because I'm ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so we show up at Go Young, and Jerry guessed my size automatically.
Yeah, he can like look at people and guess their waist. Like, oh, you wear this, and they're like, oh, he knows it.
He called it. He said 30. He said 36. I was like, okay, yeah. I wish it used to be 34, but yeah, you're right. You're right. 36. Yeah. So the first thing he had me try on, he was like, yeah, we got to go white linen. And I was like, I mean, yeah, it's springtime.
Spring fashion, baby.
For sure. Let's do it. And the thing that I had on, it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
Yeah, but you look good in it. I'll say that.
I appreciate that.
It's not something that you would go and be like, oh, this is something that I would rock, but you look good in it.
I just don't work on a boat.
Yeah.
Never have. Not really. I don't have my sea legs.
Have you ever been to Miami?
I've been to the airport.
Okay.
I've been to Puerto Rico.
You look like it looked like a very beachy, like you would be smoking a cigar on the beach, maybe drinking some rum cocktails.
Yeah, but cigars are gross, so I never would.
Yeah.
And rum cocktail sounds good.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I mean, I could, in a certain situation, I could get away with it. But then I went and got another white linen suit. It was almost like silk. It was really comfortable. It was long sleeves and had the cool collar too.
Yeah.
But it was like everything there seemed like a really bold decision. So it was outside of my comfort zone because I'm used to just I wear hoodies and jeans and I kind of stay a little somewhat muted. But then. So this is my deal. This is my beef with you.
Okay.
Is that you're like, hey, guy, why don't you, I know that you're easy money. Like, you'll do this because you want to be a deal.
I was also like, are you available at this particular time? Right.
But then you show up and you have this legit green, was it
like velour? It looks like velvet. It looks like velvet.
Bro, your jacket was legit and you had a green cane to match. And I was like, so Jamie he's done some research into what he's going to wear. And I was just like, I mean, I guess it's this, So I feel like that's why I felt less comfortable is because I had less. I mean, I got there, changed, and then we went to the Sanger. So
for those who don't know, we're talking about a fashion shoot that we got to be a part of for Signature Magazine. It's going to be doing a spring fashion issue coming in April. And Go Young Fashion, you needed a couple models, and here's a couple road dogs right here, a couple out of retirement, getting to sport the Go Young fashions.
I mean, it's great being a part-time model. Though, you know, I mean, not a lot has changed. Like, I'm still really down to earth. And I think it's really important that I give back to my community. But being a part-time model is it's like a responsibility I don't take lightly. And I just really I like how I'm more accessible to my public and my fans.
I can't even look at you right now. It's like staring into the sun.
Wouldn't that be funny if that was real? If I was really like that? Would
But
you
I-
still talk to me if I was really like that?
Probably not.
Yeah, me neither.
I'll be honest.
Me neither.
Brutally
I
honest.
don't know how that'd work. Yeah, well,
But
okay. So the other thing with Go Young was even if you don't, if you don't want to buy anything from their store, they do alterations too. Like
Yeah.
I need to take some of my jeans to Amir. He's like an incredible tailor.
Yeah.
So if you want, you know, maybe you have jeans that fit decently, but that's why I roll I peg my jeans or whatever, because I can never get some that fit my skinny legs. So you can actually go see Amir or Jerry, and they'll actually hook you up with the clothes you have.
Yeah. So I bought a suit. You got to see it, that blue suit. I have a blue suit
It's clean.
that I bought it a couple of years ago, and since I bought it, I've lost a little bit of weight. So it fits a little big now. So, you know, lucky for me, I'm like, oh, like my clothes just look really big on me. But Jerry's like, yeah, man, you bring this thing in, we'll fix it up. We'll do it right to where it looks sharp on you again. So
Right.
make some alterations.
Well, and you should be proud of yourself. You're killing it with the diet and, you know, working out, playing tennis. So
Yeah.
so that's something people need to know. Even if that's not necessarily your style or that's your fashion, that things you see in the store, you can take your stuff to them and they'll hook you up.
And I want to say they have, I mean, you know, just to give them the plug, like they have a lot going on for all kinds of people, big, tall, small, colorful. If you want to wear, you know, what would we call? I would call it a pimp suit. I love the, you know, big pimping, but they also just have like normal looking suits for people who need to go to like a wedding or something. You know?
It doesn't matter how flashy you're trying to be. They got stuff for you.
Exactly.
So,
And it's not all suits either. They got sweaters. They got really cool some really cool shirts.
If you're trying to dress to impress, that's a great option. And they have two locations. They got one out on 40th, and one
in
on
downtown.
East Pine. So yeah, man, go see Go Young Fashions. Tell Amir and Jerry we sent you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was fun. That was a really cool experience. You know, signature based experience. But then the other thing we got to do was food with friends, and that was we're shooting this today, so I'm not playing the whole time sensitive game anymore.
No, it's fine.
That was so much fun that getting to do that. I got to tag along. I thought that was really nice that you included myself and then Kyle.
Yeah, everybody kind of brought, you know, their plus ones, if you will, and I'm
Okay.
like, all right, I'll bring, you know, you're my plus one, so you know,
We going steady now? I don't know. if
don't
I'm
tell
comfortable.
anybody.
Yeah, man, that was cool getting to go and do that. I mean, I love SoPro. We talk about it every show. Good friends with Ben and Emily and Quimby, the whole crew there.
Yeah.
Got a clean operation going.
Yeah, but today it was we got to try some beers, but also get to try a lot of the Art of Rue food truck with Kyle Bass. Just amazing, you know. I'm loving seeing food trucks in Hattiesburg, and he was probably I think he was like one of the first. And yeah, I mean, he's with a name like Art of Rue, the Rue was on point.
That gumbo though.
Yeah.
That gumbo though, I love the gumbo. It's really good. I always get it. So he puts what he was talking about, how he does the cornbread ball.
Yeah.
Where it's like from his time in Texas, you know, it's this whole cultural thing he got from Texas. And I normally, I've been trying to, that's kind of like a very fancy crouton, but I'm actually pro
Oh,
that.
okay. Listen at you.
I know, I'm totally walking
It's
back
a
on my
piece of bread.
So I always go
Different.
double scoops of rice because I can eat rice with that. I try and stay gluten free as much as possible. I know it's annoying. Gluten free. Once again, I drink almond milk a lot. I'm doing a lot of things I never thought I'd do. So yeah, the gumbo was legit.
Yeah, it was
Legit.
it was up there. It's that, and I think we tried different burgers, but that chili cheeseburger, the one that's his ode to the Ward's Big One, it's like his tribute to growing up and eating Ward's.
Have you ever been to Ward's? You ever heard of that restaurant?
Ward's?
Yeah. Talking about not war.
Are you talking about going there?
Yeah, but not to war.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, are you talking about going to war?
No.
Strictly wards.
Big ones over big guns all day.
Yeah. Like if you had to decide if you were going to go to war or wards.
I go to wards every time.
Okay, yeah. I thought you would.
So.
You looked like the kind of person that would choose.
Yeah.
But Kyle's tribute to the Ward's big one, it got me a little bit. I was just like, oh, this is so good.
Yeah, he's doing some great work, and it's awesome that it's a food truck. Like, you know, he's at the brewery, but you know, if you wanted to book him for an event, he can go there.
Yeah, he's got a truck.
It's literally Meals on Wheels.
Have
man.
kitchen, will travel.
Well, what I'm really excited about is we're possibly going to shoot something there soon. I challenged him to a cook-off.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
And well, we've challenged. I
challenged on our behalf.
On our behalf, the Hardy Street Boys, like we might actually have to go into his food truck and show him how we make his recipes.
Interesting.
It's really disrespectful for a chef.
Wow. Who do we think we are?
Dude, well, I don't know. Honestly, I'm a part-time model. I'm stepping out now.
Gosh, man,
I'm
what
just
have you gotten us into?
Stepping on people's toes. Yeah. So we're gonna go into his place. He gave us all this nice food, and told us about his process. And in response, I said, "Let's compete in your house, at your own game."
Wow.
So that was really nice of me to do.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I'm excited about it now. I can't wait to see what happens with that.
In retrospect, now I feel like I shouldn't have said anything, but it'll be fun. It'll be it'll be some good content. For sure.
I'm excited.
So, yeah, man. So, what else was going on this weekend?
Well, there was a show at the Keg Saturday night, Organized Grime.
Yeah.
There was also a little benefit at Nick's Ice House.
Yeah.
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 So a lot of music.
Lots of live music. It feels like, especially with the weather changing. I was listening to Dumpsta Funk's new single, United Nations. It's like, it feels like it's festival season. It's time to get back to it. So that's good that that's happening. Yeah, Saturday I didn't get to go to the show at the Keg because I went running. I'm getting ready for that Hattiesburg Half Marathon, April 10th.
Yeah.
I'm running for the school now. For Sacred Heart.
That's
so
awesome.
People can like donate to my link and all that stuff, which is cool. I don't know if anyone wants to help me out, but
they should. You're a hustler.
It's for the school. I'm hustling. Literally, I'm hustling. But I was up. I got to work at like 7 in the morning Friday, and then 7. It's like 7:45 really.
Yeah.
And then right from work, drove to Jackson, set up for the gig, played the wedding gig. And then I ended up staying up in Jackson. It was just like absolutely toast on Saturday. So I didn't make it to the show because the run was a little too tough. But I wanted to use that to plug the Hattiesburg Half Marathon. You see how I'm doing that? Storytelling, right?
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, I didn't really get to do as much as I would have liked. But it was still a good weekend. It's good that there's lots going on. So
always.
What was that?
Did you hear something?
A bass player must be close. Actually, it's Ray Bradford. We're going to talk to him about his new single, Awake My Soul, with Letitia Hamilton, after this made-up break that we're imposing on ourselves. So stay tuned to the Hardy Street Boys. Oh, yeah.
Hardy Street Boys, Hardy Street Boys.
Ray, this is special, man. It's good to have you here on the show. How you doing?
Man, I'm pretty good. How about you, man?
Man, I'm doing all right. It's been a year, hasn't it?
A tough one.
Well, especially for musicians, man. How have you been like kind of diversifying your portfolio here lately? What you been up to?
Well, I was working at O'Reilly's. I got fired, but it was like a kind of blessing in disguise because I got back in school, so I'm finishing my degree. Besides that, man, I've been fortunate and blessed to like still gig though. So I play with this wedding band out of New Orleans, and I've still been gigging even through all of the weirdness, but I've still been able to gig.
That's a blessing, man.
Super blessed.
Man, that's a big deal. So how often were y'all playing?
Man, like a lot.
A lot.
Probably twice a month.
Okay.
Sometimes like 3-4 times a month.
Wow.
Like, it's ramped up now. Like this month, we probably got like 6 gigs.
Yeah.
So it's a lot.
So how do you I know you from USM. I know you from just being around, being a musician in town. But the most notable thing for me was your band with Ryan Razziano, Friends Fly South.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between having your own project and playing like a corporate wedding gig?
Man.
I mean, there's a laundry list of things, but what's like the main difference now when you're doing
Having
wedding
to
gigs?
conform, and not be artistic.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest thing to me. Like, man, it's kind of like no shot to nobody, but it's like I gotta conform and play this type of thing, and I may hear the song this way, but the person in charge hears the song this way, so I need to do it like that. That's the biggest thing to me, man.
Yeah.
It makes me mad sometimes, but
Well, look, it's very much just doing a job.
yeah.
Is what I'm getting at. But when you're creative, I wonder, like, going back to like a creative project, which we're going to talk about your single in a second, but when you go back to a creative project, does it give you like a renewed, like, I don't know if work ethic would be the right term, but like a renewed motivation going to your personal projects?
Dude, a ton. Like, man, all the frustration that you have with this one project, man, just channel it over here, and then you're free. Like, I'm free to create it however I want to go, or whichever route I want to take, I can take that route. So that's the blessing in, I guess what's the saying? The blessing and the curse. So the curse is like, man, I got to do this thing and stay in this box. But the blessing is I can take that and channel it into this creative side.
Well, and then you appreciate being able to do your own thing more as well.
Do 100%.
Yeah.
And then, but then it's like, I feel for the band leader, because like all the problems I give you, like when somebody gives me the problem, like, oh man, I see it now.
Pay the cost to be the boss.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's tough, man. I kind of get that, But man, so your latest single, "Awake My Soul," right, with Letitia Hamilton.
Yeah.
Man, she is next level.
She's bad, bro. Like I tell her all the time, like, dude, you like one of the best people I know, man. Like, you need to get out and do this more.
Mm-hmm. And I know her from, like, I played like a fair amount of musicals that she was in, like the Rock of Ages show, and then most recently was Sister Act. That was the last.
Oh, you played?
I played drums on that, and so she was Whoopi's character, and was just like, it was just amazing. It was her show. There were other people in it, but it was her show.
She has a personality, man.
She has a personality, and then listening to this song was like, man, this is pro level in Hattiesburg. She's out of Laurel, but in the Pine Belt area, this is pro level. Like, who'd you have on the session that to get this type of product out of local talent was not surprising, but surprising at the same time, if that makes sense.
Dude, I recorded this out of my apartment.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, seriously?
Seriously.
What?
Everything on there except for the drums. I programmed a lot of stuff, but it's real drums on there too. That's Chris Kelly on drums. So
beast. He's a beast.
I record that at my church that I play at West Point. Give you a shout out. But everything else I recorded at my house. And then I sent it off to, I play with Willie Taylor a lot. I sent it off to him, and he kind of got everything to what you hear in the polish. But like besides that, I did everything. So like the mastering, the production, the calling people, hey, come record for me. Like Jaime did the keyboard solo on one point. I'd record that at his house. But other than those two things, I record everything in my little apartment over.
Wow. That's nuts, man. Well, it's like you didn't use a professional studio, but that's what you got, was that pro.
Yeah. Man. That's crazy, man. To hear you, put those great remarks on it. But I still feel like, man, it could have been better. I could have did this better. I could have did this better. If I should have recorded this in a different way.
Yeah. Well, that's tough, man. That's part of your process. I've yet to enjoy an episode of this show because I can only see what I did wrong or things I could have done better. I feel like it's been fun, but at the same time, when you consume your own art or your own whatever you're doing, I mean, it's like looking in the mirror. It's tough sometimes, you know.
Dude, I haven't listened to this in like probably a month. Like
Right.
now that it's done, like I was like, don't listen to it anymore, man. I've listened to it so much, like
Okay, so that
10,000 times.
Let's listen to it.
yeah, I was about to say, I'm sorry for what we're about to do to you.
I need to
my
hear
God.
this.
Yeah, this is gonna be good. So I a couple reasons I want to listen to this with you, not to put you through anything, right? You know, that is like
freaking snare, bro.
right. But one is it's a great song. People need to know, and that's how I feel about Hattiesburg. It's look, we all got our problems, we all have our issues, but it's a great place. People need to know. You know, there's good things that are happening here. And then secondly, I want people to. We're going to do this fairly regularly. I want people to see what the creator was thinking of when they made this art, not just listen to it. Like, I want them to understand what your process was. So we're going to listen to it. You could tell me to pause it, you know, and you could tell me something, but I really just want live reaction to Ray Bradford's latest single, Awake My Soul. Here we go.
Hit it.
Is this Jaime?
No, I
This is
recorded.
you.
The only thing he did was the synth solo, but I recorded all everything.
Glockenspiel.
How fickle my heart and how woozy my eye.
Man, that's pro level.
I struggle to find any truth in your life.
So this is all Chris on drums?
Mm-hmm. And I programmed like some claps and stuff in there too.
My weakness, I feel I must finally show.
Speaking of Chris, like, you can pause it. So like
Lead me
we're in the session, we're recording it. I'm like, dude, man, like, you know, Chris has this thing where he want to play it perfect. Like, dude, you don't have to play it perfect, man. Like, feel it. Like, you're playing it. Like, it's nice how you're playing it, but I want to tell, if I'm listening to it, I want to be like, oh, he like put some thought into this type of thing, and he like playing with emotions. So that was hard to pull out too. But he put it out, and then it was the same with Tissa when I was recording. I was like, hey, you know, pull some emotion out, man. Like act like God is awakening your soul type of thing. You know, because the song is a cover. It's a Mumford and Sons song. Shout out to Mumford and Sons. That's the only reason I didn't put it on like Apple Music and Spotify, because I didn't.
Right.
I didn't want to get in trouble. So
Yeah.
but yeah.
That's the whole point of this stuff, is to show, you know, your humanity, you know, and that's what you're saying. I think is it, man. It's not just, it can't be this formulaic type thing that you're trying to put out. So yeah, man, this is killer. Good job, Chris. I'm not jealous at all.
your hand and we'll conquer them all. But lead
Who's that singing?
That's Malcolm McBride on background.
Yeah, shout out to Malcolm.
lend me your eyes, I can change what you see. But your soul you must keep totally free. Heart.
I had the hardest time on like what it was I gonna do on this part. I just keep it simple.
Well, there's a lot of space, and that's one of the hardest things to deal with.
It was like, man, should I play something?
Let me just play a lick in here. Yeah, I like that you left it there, though. Yeah.
Tisha did all this in like 2 takes.
No way.
Like this part right here. She's so unbelievable.
Man, she is good.
My weakness, I feel I must finally show. Awake my soul. Awake my soul. Awake my soul.
So that's her singing. underneath as well. Wow. This right here, man.
I love this part, man.
This is like, if you can keep your face the same when you hear this part, I don't want to hang out with you.
Oh no.
So like
So this part,
this,
yeah. So who is this?
so
speaker?
that's Les Miles. Not Les Miles. Not
Yeah, the coach.
definitely
Yeah,
Les
not that
Miles.
guy.
Les Brown. He's a motivational speaker, but I had never heard of this speech. My friend sent, like, we along like 20-year friendship. He sent me this message. I mean, he sent me this speech. Like, bro, just listen to this. Check it out, man. Get you some motivation for the day. And when I heard the speech, I was like, dude, because I love the Mumford and Sons song, so I was like, dude, this will fit perfectly in the idea I got going. Just slap it right there. I just kind of plug my phone in. I'm too old, like, because all the kids know how to like sample. Like, I just sample it and do this. Like, now I'm just gonna plug my phone up, play it, record it, and go from there. So it's not even like, I think Willie had to doctor it up to make it sound like that. But yeah, man, that thing there, dude, that speech, man, because it speaks to me because I was scared to release this, like, just off of like, man, I didn't record in the studio. I didn't send it off to be mixed right. People gonna judge it. They gonna say, man, this is trash, or like, dude, what are you doing? And I don't want to, insecurities, you don't want to deal with that, but it's like, dude, it actually sound all right. And people like it. So like, you did the right thing. So stop being scared in life. That was my motivation of putting this in the song.
When we listen to it, he's talking about fear.
Yeah.
I was looking what Dr. Blanton, Smiley Blanton, who is a colleague of Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, what he said about fear. He said, fear is the most subtle and destructive.
Who's that singing behind that? A wig.
That's Malcolm and Simone. Davis.
Kills dreams.
Fear kills dreams.
Fear. What people in the hospital.
Every
Fear
time I
puts
hear
people
it,
in
I
the
almost makes me
hospital.
cry, bro.
Yeah.
Fear, ladies and gentlemen, can hold you back from doing something that you know within yourself that you're capable of doing, but it will paralyze you.
Yeah.
It seems like you're in a
You'll
hypnotic spell. And I ask you a question, what is the benefit? What's the benefit of allowing fear to hold you back? What's the benefit of giving up on yourself, of not stepping out on life and taking life on? What is the benefit for you? What's the plus in that? It's one of the things I had to ask myself. So I didn't want to make any mistakes. I wanted everybody to like me. I wanted to be perfect the first time I did something. It's not going to happen.
It's not gonna happen.
You're going to make some mistakes. You're going to hurt some folks' feelings. You're going to create some enemies. Whenever you decide that you want to begin to take life on, you've got to ask yourself, how long am I going to allow this to
Well, it's
hold
taken
me
such a
back?
chance to
I
put
like
this
what
in
Big
there.
Ziggy says. He said, fear is false
But I feel like it
evidence
pays
appearing
off.
real. That is an illusion that we create in our mind. It is a state of mind that can be changed. So let's look at how we can begin to take some steps to restructure that fear.
I tried to pull off my Jacob Collier type of arrangement right here.
Yeah. You can definitely hear that inspiration for sure. Letitia doesn't even have to sing words. She can just sounds, and it's great.
Dude, me and Jaime, we recorded that solo in one take.
Really?
It's like a goof off. We were just like goofing off. I kept the take. I was listening to the tape. I was like, dude, it's perfect. I was like, well, man, I'm making like, I can do some other stuff too. And I was like, dude, no,
Yeah.
that's perfect.
Well, it's cool. Well, I listened to the speech, man, and I think that that will speak to more people than you realize. The fear thing, like, dude, the whole reason we're here right now, I was so scared to put myself on camera, and I was forced to by COVID. Couldn't teach lessons, had to figure out how to do. Everybody has something they're afraid of. The fact that you were afraid to release that, I don't know, people may not like it. Like, okay, guy, are you serious? You were afraid of that? You know what I mean? And
100%.
I think it's important that, especially younger generation, especially with Twitter, where somebody could undo you with a tweet, like you could get canceled and it's over. You know, just knowing that that's a risk. You can't let that paralyze you, man. Because what's the alternative? You don't release it, you don't try, and you're always wondering what it would have been like if you tried. You know, what would have happened? Because what's the worst that could happen? You know, maybe like he said, and maybe everybody doesn't. I wanted everybody to like me. Yeah. I think that's what paralyzes people now, is because I want everybody to like me, and if one person says something about me on the internet, well, then that means not everybody likes me.
It ruins my day.
Exactly.
Man, no, he said my song is trash. Like, who cares, man?
Well, and also, was it Cat Williams said if you have 12 haters, figure out how to get 20 by the end of the day. If you don't have haters, you're not stepping out enough. And I think, I don't know if anyone's hating on this. I don't know how they would be. I think it's a great song. What do you think, Jamie?
I love that. And you find me some people who are going to hate on that, and I will. I don't know. That was amazing.
Luckily, I haven't had anybody actually say anything like where I can see it bad, but I'm sure probably somebody's like, man, this is trash or something. But I haven't personally seen it.
Man, honestly, it's such a great message, and I think that's important too within the art form, that we're being positive and especially with this past year, man. I think it's important that we're all positive together, you know? And, yeah, man, thanks for letting us have that on the show.
Dude, man, anytime, bro. Play it.
Let's play. All right, so if you liked what you heard today,
send $1. Send $1. We need it.
If you liked what you heard today and you'd like to tip Ray, that's his Cash App. Man, I think it's time.
Before we go.
Oh, yeah.
More songs coming very soon on that same SoundCloud link. So it'll just be on the lookout for YouTube channel too. Just look at Ray Bradford. You'll find me. Videos on there too.
100%. Yeah, you're a friend of the show. We'll do our best to promote it as much as we can as well. So I think it's time we try and, make some music.
Come on, man.
We ready?
Hey.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Hey, Jamie, let's play a game. Let's see what happens.
Oh, you finna find out.
That gave me chills. That's it. You have some percussion on here? On this special edition of Let's See What Happens, we have the real bass master, Ray Bradford. To the art of Rue. My first name is obviously Drew. I don't really know what to do because musically I don't have a clue. Trying to go and do a freestyle is harder than running a mile. This feels like it could be wild. It makes me just wanna smile. Bass solo! love it when Ray plays the bass. It does all kind of strange things to my face. Everybody's head is moving in the place. Something that rhymes with those previous 3 words. You know what I'm saying? You get how it works. Jamie with the heavy lifting. Use that voice changer. Let's go. Let's go. So many knobs. Jamie has a panic attack every performance, and it's great.
So many, so I can say right now to my friend Ray, message Drew and Ray, laying on Sunday, Sunday, what you gotta
Man, this has been a really fun show. We want to thank Ray Bradford for coming in, playing his single for us, taking us through it. We hope you enjoyed it. Remember, check him out on SoundCloud. Also, hit him up on CashApp. He plays on his Instagram Live all the time. It's worth it if you need a pick-me-up, if you like music, or if you're just a normal person. Doesn't matter. This was pretty fun. We liked playing musical chairs. We want to thank Main Squeeze for not suing us so far. That's been great. And that's it. We got some upcoming events. Remember, live music at Nick's. The Iceman play on Thursdays. Patio 44, they've promoted live musicians. They have musicians almost every day. So make sure you check out their... Yeah, bro. Check out their social media. The Hattiesburg Half Marathon, April 10th. I'm trying to get in shape for it. It's not going to happen, but it'll be fun anyways. Live at 5, last 3 weekends of, April. And then the Downtown Crawfish Jam, May 22nd. Stay on our Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. Subscribe to our channel. Go to our Anchor.fm website. Support. Any little bit helps. Enjoy. For the clout, for the clout, for the clout, for the clout. I feel like I'm in space.
Come